Lake Memphremagog in the northeast kingdom of Vermont. Today on Backwoods Angler TV, my first time out on this lake, we'll teach you how to locate spots on a lake using a map and your depth finder, and what to do when you find them. Catch it all here on Memphremagog.
I think we located a fish.
Today on Backwoods Angler TV.
Any of you get excited when you find smallmouth?
Backwoods Angler TV, your freshwater fishing authority for the northeastern United States.
The northeast kingdom of Vermont is dotted with many breathtaking lakes, none more so than Memphremagog. This 25,000-acre, 300-plus foot deep lake spans the border of the United States and Canada. Today I'm heading out on the U.S. side for the first time. The single most important thing to have when going out on a big lake for the first time is a plan and a map. Our plan today was to locate offshore humps, shoals, and reefs off the lake's many islands for pre-spawn smallmouth. Smallmouth will move up on these shallow humps prior to spawning in the early spring. As you can see, our map was a bit large, but it had depth readings and areas marked for fish. And this helped us locate a reef off of an island on the lake's eastern shore. I tried to look for this reef here, and oh my gosh, there were like 2 or 3 others with him. Oh yeah, there's another one trying to take the jerkbait. There's another fish trying to get the jerkbait. Those are the rewards of getting a map and finding your offshore humps. There was another fish, and you'll see that a lot on these offshore humps this time of the year when they're schooled up and they're not in shallow yet. They're off on these humps. It's just a competition. It's a nice smallmouth, beautiful smallmouth. It's my first one of the day. I've been looking for this hump here now for about 10 minutes. And I found it and popped about a 13-inch perch. Thought, okay, well, there's life. A lot of times you'll get that too. They're competing, and there'll be 2 or 3 of them coming in trying to steal that jerkbait. There's another one. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness gracious, that fish crushed me. He almost ripped the rod out of my hands. He's on the side. Same size as the last one, he's just on the side. He swiped at it. That is an average size, open water smallie. See where she got that? Right in the fin. That's a tough spot right there too. Nice average size smallmouth. I'm gonna tell you. Fish. We found him. 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 I get excited. I just get so excited when I find smallmouth.
Any of you get excited when you find smallmouth?
We found there's a school of them right here, right now.
There's another one.
I got in here, and both fish I've caught so far has had at least 2 or 3 bass with it. And I am really ripping this jerkbait. Tell you what, when those smallmouth load up, and you're ripping a jerkbait at a pretty good clip, and they lock that rod, they load that rod up, it literally, that one was like just stopped my wrist dead from jerking. I couldn't jerk. And a real important point when you're catching fish on jerkbaits, especially smallmouth, and especially the way these fish are swiping at it. That's why that fish got it outside the mouth. They'll swipe at it. You need to have a soft rod and I won't ever fish anything other than my Gamma copolymer line because it's got a little bit of stretch. And it is a prime example of when you need some stretch in your line so you can penetrate a fish's mouth, or in that case, fin, with the hooks. Once I locate fish on a spot, I'll switch to a tube jig and really pick through the area to find those bigger bass holding tight to the bottom. Starting to get a feel for this reef now. Little male. This reef is, I can tell when I'm off of it. My sonar is picking up all these humps and just a cool spot. Really cool spot. Probably sit here and catch one about every 15 minutes the rest of the day. But I gotta believe that there's one here that'll give up more. All right, get ready. I know there's probably a bass looking at my tube right now too. I can't pop it. That's what they like. They like sitting down there staring at it as I'm jiggling it, and as soon as it pops off, they come over and grab it. It's a good smallmouth. It's fatty, huh? We got sun on the mountain over there. We got blackness above us. I got rain falling from the blackness above us, and I got bronze beauty in my hand right there. When you're fishing rocks and you get snagged, use that little popping method that you've seen me do a ton of times. Pop that tube off, and when you feel it come off, don't stop fishing it. That's exactly what happened there. That fish thought that was a crawdad popping right off them rocks, and she hit it instantly. Go home. That's a... Oh, gosh. Hey! I don't want to see your face no more, Bubba. Get out. I'm going home. What a shame. It doesn't look like it's moving real fast either. You know what? That's the edge of it already, though. It's going to move off to the side of us. I was out on that lake, and I've heard stories. I do a lot of river fishing, so I don't get a chance to see this very often because the rivers are much more narrow. This is such a vast body of water. I cast my jerkbait out, and my line stood way up off the water. I reeled it back in. I went to pick up the other rod and got zapped, and I knew that's time we hightail it in. We don't mess around with that stuff. We're gonna wait this storm out. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
When it comes to fishing, there's a fine line between failure and success. There's a fine line between winning and losing. There's a fine line between the trophy and just another fish story. That line is Gamma. Gamma, molecularly altered fishing line.
Need a better battery? Get the one preferred by Autotex 5-to-1 over any other. Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable.
Backwoods Angler TV, brought to you by
Interstate Batteries.
Gamma, molecularly altered fishing lines.
BioEdge fish attractants.
Ace, recreational marine insurance. Vinterbaits custom lures. Quality, durability, affordability.
River Pro boats. Custom-built jet boats for the serious river fishermen. And
www.sportsmanstable.com. On Lake Memphremagog today, thunderstorms threatened our fishing and our lives. And I went to pick up the other rod and got zapped. Don't let a little storm ruin your trip. Do the smart thing, wait it out on shore, then head back out on the lake once it's safe. I was looking for a rainbow. We got no rainbow, but I can tell you one thing. We got more smallmouth to catch. Follow me, we're headed out there right now. This is my first trip to Memphremagog in northeastern Vermont. The most important thing to fishing on a big lake is preparation. This lake is over 600 square miles. Where to start?
I'm trolling in from here. That's exactly what
Sometimes a productive hump will be in the middle of the lake.
About that for a hump, huh?
I'll be honest, I was a bit intimidated at first. Because we couldn't locate depth charts for this lake, we're using a map to find humps and reefs where these smallmouth will move up to spawn.
Man, it comes up all over the place here too.
Most of this lake is 20 to 50 feet deep, so an area that comes up to 7 feet is a big change, and bass will seek out these shallow humps.
We just located another hump out here in the middle of nowhere, and I threw one cast with my jerkbait to try and locate a fish.
I think we located a fish.
Oh dear.
Oh, baby. Oh, my.
Did you see that jump? Look at that beautiful smallie. Oh my goodness gracious. Right off that hump. That is the importance of finding a hump, man. We were using the electronics. We were in 22 feet of water, and that thing humped straight up out here in the middle of nowhere. I made one cast with a jerkbait. Use your GPS and locate humps for pre-spawn smallmouth.
I mean, you kidding?
This might be what we've been waiting for this whole week, Chris. I hope so. I might be giving it way too much credit. I don't know, but this is unreal. And you couldn't ask for better conditions. Little sprinkles, clouds. They wouldn't be on this jerkbait as much if the sun was out. I'm telling you, they wouldn't be. We got to this hump and the clouds came.
That's a good fish there.
That's a good fish. I'm just circling around this hump. This humps, the boat's in 19 feet of water and it humps up to 7. And these smallmouth are all over it. They're all over it. I haven't even jigged this water yet. Good quality bass. I'm gonna have to cup her. Are you kidding? I mean, I'm really working this jerkbait aggressively too. You want to change your cadences up when you're throwing a jerkbait off these deep humps. Change it up. I keep working it really fast and they keep hitting it. I said about 10 minutes ago, I'm going to go to a deeper jerkbait and I'm going to slow down and see if I can't get some bigger fish. I'm still going to have to do that, but I'm really ripping this jerkbait right now. I mean, I'm twitching it very aggressively and they are hitting it as aggressively as I am twitching it. They are off the side of the hump too till they're eating it. They're in deeper water off the hump. It's not a very big hump. I just circled around it and there's thunder. Oh man, don't go away. We'll be right back.
For the second time, we are being forced off the water by a thunderstorm. Although I'd love to stay on that hump and catch more smallmouth, my priorities are in order. If it's your first time out on a lake, make sure you know ahead of time what the weather's going to be and have a plan. Also, make sure your boat insurance provides the most comprehensive coverage. ACE Recreational Marine Insurance offers superior insurance programs for fishing and pleasure boats. Visit acemarineinsurance.com for more information. Good fishing.
Do you own an outboard jet motor? Backwoods Angler TV's new DVD, 30-minute PM Outboard Jet Preventative Maintenance, is sure to save you money from repairs, and it will keep you on the water and on the fish.
For 5 years now, the folks at Sportsman's Table have been dedicated to helping families make the most of their outdoor harvest. Active outdoorsmen will love the quality and selection found at sportsmanstable.com. Products include butchering supplies, seasonings and marinades, wildlife pottery, and rustic table decor. Whether for you or a unique gift for a family member or friend, Sportsman's Table has a lot to offer dinner tables all over America. www.sportsmanstable.com. This portion of Backwoods Angler TV is brought to you by www.sportsmanstable.com. Sportsman's Table, complementing your sporting lifestyle.
Welcome back to Backwoods Angler TV. We got thunderstormed off this lake. Come back out here when the weather settled down. I dropped a marker buoy on a hump that we located. And I'm looking and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, here's the hump. I look up, there's my buoy. We got it. We got it. We got it. Our buoy's still sitting right here. Oh. Woo! What storm? What storm? That's cool, man. That is
The weather in northeastern Vermont is so unpredictable, and the hump we found last night was so productive, we came back after the storm passed, and we got nothing.
Typical scenario for pre-spawn smallmouth. You got a 53-degree water temp on a northern shield lake. Sunshine came out in the afternoon and pushed these fish up here like crazy on these humps. I'm fishing this hump on a cloudy morning. Same hump where I caught good fish yesterday afternoon after the sun was on it for an hour or two, and I can't buy one right now. Can't buy a bite. That's a very, very classic scenario for early season smallies on these northern lakes, because it's just changed everything. Every day the weather's different.
I won't stay if the fish aren't biting, so we're gonna go find another hump.
That's a pig of a smallmouth right there. I moved in, found a shallower reef. This is not a hump, this is more of a reef style, just rocky terrain here, and that was my second cast out here and caught that beauty. Jerkbaits are great lures. They're fatal. Almost got in there past the barb. They can really, really make a mess. I don't like to use a net for that reason. That's why you'll see me cup those fish. If I can't see an opening in their mouths, you have to cup them to get them in, because they just mess up a net, and the treble hooks are tough. It's tough to manage them. I've had them in my hands. You get them in your clothing and in the net, especially with a nylon net. A rubber net is a must. It's better on the fish, and it's a lot easier to manage when you're using trebles. He's dogging me. Oh, that's a big fish. Woo! That is a good smallmouth. Persistence, I'll tell you.
Come back and join us for more northeastern big lake fishing.
That's a good smallie.
See that? He came right back for it.
River fish live in nasty places.
The River Pro 186 Low Pro is the ultimate shallow water fishing machine.
Agile, aggressive, and armed to the teeth with all the angling ammo you'll ever need. With the Mercury Sport Jet, you'll fly over just inches of water, places no ordinary boat could go. River Pro, hard-bellied, all-welded, custom-built jet boats for the serious river fishermen like you.
Backwoods Angler TV, brought to you by River Pro Boats, custom-built jet boats for the serious river fishermen.
Today on Backwoods Angler TV, we are on the second largest lake in Vermont, and I'm piloting a river jet boat. You may think that's crazy, and I did it first, but the River Pro 186 Low Pro has proven itself on many of these lakes.
Rough seas right now, ladies.
Although a custom river craft, the River Pro safely and effectively allows me to navigate and fish many lakes in the Northeast.
It's a pretty nice smallie.
Knowing this boat the way I do, I don't put myself in unsafe situations. But I'm not limited to fishing rivers in my River Pro.
That's a good smallmouth there. Threw that tube out deep that time. I've been fishing this reef. Threw that tube out deep. That's a really good quality fish. That's an average size fish in this lake. The last three were little tiny males. I thought, man, where are these little females? She spawned out. Look at her. Spawned out. And still 3 pounds and heavy. That's a great fish, man. That's a great fish. That'd be pretty cool now. The reef's actually behind me. The top part of it, the top part of the hump is behind me. I just fished over the top of it and picked a couple little ones, and I went behind it now into the slightly deeper water and just flipped that tube out there and drug it across. Wasn't really much to that other than I might have hit her on the head. I think I hit her on the head too. Okay. I might be onto something here, ladies and gentlemen. You're out off the deep side of the reef. Very soft bites though. I mean, they're not hitting it hard at all. Lake Memphremagog in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont.
Another good fish. Back-to-back casts.
This is an untapped resource and a hidden jewel of the Northeast, just hours from Boston and New York City. Thanks for joining me today on Backwoods Angler TV. Good fishing.
I'm spending a week on this lake someday. Decipher that comment for a while. I'm spending a week on this lake someday. Anybody ever get stuck on their buoy line?